R-worded an 11-year-old student, resulting in her becoming pregnant with the student's child.
And today we're reacting to women are allowed to be Preds. Obviously this is an exaggeration, but it's kind of not, because you can really see the difference between when men do certain things and women do certain things. You can really see the difference between when men do something wrong and then a woman does that exact same thing wrong. It's not they are not looked at the same way. They are not equal.
I'm gonna be the one to say it. Women are low-key allowed to be Preds. Hear me out. Growing up, I know you and me both heard of those disturbing stories of teachers grabbing, fondling, and messing around with one or more of the students. And every single time, a creepy male history teacher every time, by the way, and a female student were caught. And
for me, it was a math teacher. For me, it was a math teacher. That nigga was thrown off. And then the other nigga, he did teach history. He was also a gym coach. He was also a basketball coach. Female basketball coach. Yeah, it was running deep.
In the act of reproduction, we always were on the exact same page about these things being very, very weird. But for some odd reason, whenever it's spun around in a 360, and only this time, the teacher is a female and the student is a male, things are not reacted to in the same way at all. I want you to take a look at this headline right here from not even 24 hours ago. New Jersey teacher was arrested after she allegedly R-worded an 11-year-old student, resulting in her becoming pregnant with the student's child.
What?
Students, along with his siblings, were routinely living with the teacher after the parents befriended her. She kept the child a secret for years. This is the face of an absolute criminal. Ignore the great hair and bright smile. We should all be on the same page that this is a PDF. Why couldn't I have teachers like her? Why doesn't this ever happen to me? Always the hot ones. Where?
And Pete, if it would have switched, this nigga which it should be like this. This nigga's fucking sick. You're not seeing this. You're not seeing even these joking comments. You know what I'm saying?
For these women when I was in school, 3,000 likes. Mind you, they are talking about an 11-year-old child sleeping with somebody who's like 35 years old. Again, this post is not even a day old. 15 hours ago. This is not just some phenomenon, all right? It's not just this post. It's this post right here. Someone always got to mess it up for the class. She really is the coolest teacher. High school teacher accused of sleeping with student and told the victim her husband was not satisfying her at home. That's a real education he's getting. She was just teaching the kids. Missouri math teacher was arrested on 4 warrants for messing around with a 16-year-old student. The father of the teenager was also arrested for knowing about the relationship and not reporting it to the police. As a father, and you didn't report this to the police, put your child up for the adoption centers ASAP. If your daughter, 15-year-old daughter, was sleeping with some 35-year-old dude who looks like asthma.
Yeah, niggas gonna be, we having war in the streets about that shit. What? It's gonna go down.
Gold, your ass would immediately cause a halt, all right? Where is this double standard coming from? The dad after getting arrested also. The dad when he found out. Big dog. This should have been me, Black Sasuke. We do not blame the kid or the father. Who is we? Are we speaking French here? Based on the post that we just saw and our observations of the world around us, we can definitely say people do not take female PDFs seriously. You mean to tell me that if you had a 15-year-old son and he was reproducing with a 40-year-old woman, you would dap bro up and say, that's my boy, that's my son, that's the man I raised. Y'all need to be put on some type of watch list. CPS, all right? CPS. I'm calling. You will never see, and if you do see it, it's very, very rare, grown adults saying that a girl getting into it with teachers is lucky, bro. And I think the deeper issue hidden within society that we're discovering today is that when boys or males are victims, it's almost as if it doesn't matter at all. People will literally tell victims that they are lucky or fortunate to have been touched by a woman, even if it's unconsensually. And before anybody gets to yapping away in the comment section, yes, I know the percentages of this happening to men are significantly lower than when it happens to women. But what I am saying is that just because it doesn't happen as often doesn't mean it doesn't happen at all. I personally know multiple guys who have been violated at the hands of a woman at early ages, and they recall feeling shame or embarrassment to even report it because they were made to feel like they should be proud of this. They should be happy. They should feel lucky that.
I had a teacher in middle school that I know what we talking about, but this is what I'm saying. It still has something to do. I had a teacher in middle school that had the fattest. If any of us, mind you, he had to be like 12, 13 maybe, 13 for sure. Gang. I'm talking about it was different. She was a student teacher, so she was like 20 something at the time. Miss Austin. Gang, we would have been in that whole, everybody would have been lit if somebody found out that somebody did that. It's crazy, bruh. But if you flip it, you know, I don't know why that's the case, but I'm telling you, bro. I'm trying to tell y'all, Miss Austin.
A woman dared to bless them with the touch of their hand. They were coerced, conditioned, and people often made them feel like they were supposed to like it. Brief intermission. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel. We are on the road to around 100K. Sorry to interrupt the video. Back to the video. Now, schools aside, I feel like we can transition into the conversation of content creators, because there are plenty of women who try to take advantage of young boys and don't really face any repercussions. Our first case study of today is a woman by the name of Bonnie Blue. She is famous for being the woman who took 1,000 men in one day, and that is not what we're going to be talking about today. The other day, I was reacting to a video of her trying to find
1,000 men in a day, y'all. 1,000. The brains, the society, like this is. Look how she counting up. Like this is just cool. We talked about a minute ago 100. She didn't say let me go 200, 300, 400, 500. Fuck all that. 1,000. This person has no soul within.
Find these said 1,000 men, and she said some very, very questionable things. Roll the clip.
And I know exactly what I'm doing.
It's no secret, I'm the girl that slept with over 100 barely legal 18-year-olds at Nottingham for Freshers Week.
I just wondered, I can't see it on the menu, but where do I get the 5 guys from? The 5 guys. I didn't know if there was like a special room where you can...
Fucking dot bit.
I can hand you a menu if you want.
Are you on it?
No, I'm not.
Oh, that's a shame.
Like, how is that not straight up solicitation?
Okay, so you kind of think you're gonna stop me sleeping with your sons, but I know my right.
Can you imagine the amount of people that are like, yo, bro, why'd you reject it? There's definitely people like
100%. The man is
Absolutely.
trying to make a nice minimum wage check, and she had her talking about getting 5 dudes deep inside him. She doesn't bother to ask bro for his age. She says she plans to sleep with people's sons. Like, what? If a grown man was going up to women in a cash register saying they...
Get it on the ground. Get on the ground. As it should be. Everybody look at this fucking weirdo. Hands behind back in cuffs. They pushing his head down to get into the truck. Get in here, you fucking, slamming the door on him. Fucking weirdo. All of that. But we can't keep in the same energy.
They wanted young girls and to sleep with your daughters. You don't think they would face any type of backlash? Oh, trust me, yes they would. Buddy would be on every FBI watch list faster than the United Healthcare CEO killer. I mean, we kind of see...
If I were to do a thing, hey guys, I'm sleeping with 1,000 women. If y'all know any girls, they could be barely legal all the way up to, you know what I'm saying, whatever, pull them up, I'm smashing them. And I'm promoting that. And I'm going and getting my promo. I'm going to jobs where fresh 18-year-olds are, Bahama Bucks and shit, talking about where can I get some of y'all's Bahama Bucks at? She's like, what? I'm talking about that ad. Y'all gonna be like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with Dior, bro?
Something similar with the Goonicide video where bro went viral and was labeled as a pred, rightfully so. Creators like EDP, Giddy, etc. faced lots of backlash, and in some cases they were even banned from certain platforms, which I believe is completely justified. Meanwhile, there are people like Sienna May who still have a illustrious content creation career. Long story short, this woman right here ended up essaying some dude live on camera, right? She was riding bro while he was completely unconscious. This story took place in like 2021-ish, and 4 years later she decided to make an explanation video, which...
This was his brother that filmed it. If I genuinely was like sexually assaulting him in this moment, why would his brother film it? They're both like 6'2", 6'3", like they're big guys, 180 pounds. I'm 5'2" and way less than that. Until now, I've always been innocent. I've never been to jail. I've never been on any kind of registry list. Basically, we were like, would this hold up? Like, would this hold up as proof in a sexual assault case? And he was like, absolutely not. It doesn't really matter if like the 13-year-olds on TikTok disagree. People made this out to be a crime, but there was no crime ever committed, and this only lived on social media.
I know that again. Rightfully so. Imagine a nigga was telling this story. She was out of it. She was not conscious. You feel me? But I'm on top of it. I'm doing. Her sister was recording it. Come on. No, niggas is there. If a nigga do that, he's fucked. Rightfully so. He's fucked. It's over.
You can be the judge of if you believe this.
Like,
or not,
your
but
life
I
is
don't know.
over.
If
It's
this is
different.
Canceled, this is the type of cancel I want to be. 3 million
12,
views, 1 million
yeah,
views, millions
yeah,
of
me
views,
too.
millions of views, millions of views, million. Not only are there Preds who go crazy even after being caught, there are women predators who make their entire content about being a predator. Let me introduce you to Amber Unavailable.
Who wants to touch Amber's pickle?
Sticking Mikey yacht at the school bus.
Weird.
There's probably children, so I cannot cut. But babe, it's never
What is happening?
Take that! Now get in my yacht!
In public with other shoppers around you. Motherfuckers have no shame, bro. Go get a job, all right? This content creation stuff is not for you. Now, another form of predation that I've heard of in recent years is the child support method, where older women will specifically try to find men who are making that money. Usually athletes or sometimes musicians. For example, Jalen Green. So here is Jalen Green, very good NBA player. Shout out to bro and
We
his
talked about
girlfriend,
him.
Drea Michelle. Nothing looks out of the ordinary until you realize that this man is 22 years old and she is 39. 17-year age gap, so that means she was 17-year-old and he was 0. He was 5 years old and she was 22. He was 10 and she was 27. It gets even worse. See, when you're 39 years old and your boyfriend is 22, that means you might have had previous relationships, and that is the case for her, all right? She had a son, and you wouldn't guess how old that son is. Drea Michelle, 39, takes her 22-year-old son to watch her 22-year-old NBA boyfriend play. Your boyfriend and your son are the same?
I already said it. We watched a video somewhat kind of similar to this, not fully though, talking about much, like, you know, just specifically them. But I'm gonna say it again. There's no way I would fight that nigga every day. Every time that I saw him, every Thanksgiving gathering, Christmas, walk in and I'm on bullshit immediately. Hopefully he getting his hands right, because he know every time that I come through, we fighting. Every time.
Age? Guys, what is happening? I would be damned if my stepdad is the same age as me, bro. Like, is her son calling bro dad? Bro, brother? How do you not see yourself as a weirdo for dating somebody the same age as your son? Answer that, Drea. Answer
right.
that. Please. I want to know. Low key.
That don't feel weird.
Low key. And this phenomenon is not a coincidence. I've seen people like Brittany Renner openly admit to trapping dudes by getting pregnant and having a child on child support for the next 18 years.
There's a 12-year age gap is what we're talking about. If I'm 30 years old and I'm talking to your son that's 12 years younger than me, what's the problem?
I was 26 when I met him. You're old enough to ride this ride. You want to f me. You want to f me raw. So why are we babying men who make decisions for themselves?
Like, people will pretty much openly admit to being a pred and nobody bats an eye. And I've always wondered why this is the case. So this is the time where we get into the psychology of the issue. Female offenders are often overlooked. Males are not socialized to report victimization. Their physiological responses can also confuse the issue of consent, leaving them puzzled to explain how. If an erection was present, there was still abuse. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so basically the dilemma is a lot of men feel like, or are conditioned to feel like, if they were hard, basically, does it count? Did I like it or did I not? I kind of understand what they're trying to say and why it could be confusing, because your body is telling you kind of yes, but your mind is telling you no. Either way, it's unconsensual, it's disgusting, it's weird. I wasn't able to find a whole lot of information about why this might occur, so I'm gonna ask my friends what they think. So
it's the stimulation, man. Imagine you sleep. Imagine your eyes are closed. Put your Johnson sticking out the covers. I know this is vulgar, but just bear with me. If it starts to get some type of stimulation from something, you don't know. You don't know. If you had to sit there and it happened, you probably gonna get hard. You know what I'm saying?
So I am here with the one and only YXL Sala, and I got a couple questions. All right, so do you feel like
his
male
name's
victims
Sala.
of female predators are often dismissed?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, now why do you think that is? Just curious.
Because they bad as hell. People view them as bad as hell, and because they view them as bad, they're like, oh, shit, I would want a girl like that to come on to me. They disregard all of that.
And do you agree with that line of thinking?
Hell no. Hell no.
Okay. In my opinion, people give women a pass simply because they're ignorant. Some women will have that get that bag sips attitude, and women can do no wrong.
So have we noticed that when men go for younger women, it's disgusting, it's creepy, but if a woman goes for a younger man,
cougar. Facts. We call it a cougar.
Wow, good for her. She deserves it.
And men are often just very lustful and freaky. They are bird brains who are unable to notice anything problematic, because if she bad, that's all that matters. Again, speaking of that Goonicide video.
For sure. Right, Josh. She bad. Shit, we glad, nigga. Hey, I just came up with out the top, nigga. She bad, then we glad, nigga.
I know damn well if it was a BBL baddie who pulled up to the drive-thru of dudes, I promise.
And just what I did right there is the reason why this shit not gonna get fixed. It's not getting took serious. It's not getting taken serious. Just that right there, that immature shit I just did right there is the reason why this will never get taken serious. Because if this was a woman, man, if this was switched, I would not even I would not even make that joke. I'm like, what the fuck wrong with this nigga, man? And that's how I genuinely feel. But if she bad, nigga, we glad.
You, we would have never seen that video to this day. We are lucky to have a woman stumble through the drive-thru undressed. The bottom line is men need to see past lust and recognize creeps for what they are. Creeps. A weirdo is a weirdo regardless of gender. And here is an underlying issue that I've noticed. Most of the people who are empowering these creeps, saying that they're lucky, saying that they wish they were them, are all men. Men will make you feel bad for not liking it. Men will make you feel like you're lucky if you got this happen to you. Why don't y'all keep secrets? Why don't y'all just not say anything? Meanwhile, at the same time, the same motherfuckers will say, oh, men's mental health matters. Why aren't we talking about men's mental health? Gang, you cannot claim to care about men's mental health at the same time as you minimize the effects of grape on a man just because they're a man. Just because she's smaller in stature on average and the dude is bigger and he's larger. No, bro. Like, even me, I don't even want to get too specific, but there are people who send me DMs talking about some, oh, I know I'm too old for you and you're too young for me and I'm a cougar. Brr. Like, I'm not even kidding. I didn't respond, but being able to leave posts like this in public comment sections shows how normalized this behavior is and how people don't think it's weird. And if for some reason you've watched this entire video and you still don't believe this is a real issue, I urge you to look in the comment section of this specific video. Yes, the video you're watching of me talking to you right now. You will find multiple men in the comments explaining their stories of how things happen to them by a woman. Trust me, I promise you'll find multiple. This stuff can be extremely traumatic, disgusting, and is often ignored due to women being viewed as some innocent trophy that every man should want at all times. If you don't,
that's real right there. He's speaking that shit. That being said, man, let me know what y'all think, bro. Binge the recipes on the channel, man. 2 other videos dropped with this one. Post to the more Astral Dior channel where you getting more reactions. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm grateful for y'all. And we gone. ADD lad, do it.